Supreme, the Almighty, back in the building. Shout out to the sponsors, the Snow Goons, Creative Juices Music, Elite Sound International, and of course Blaze 'em Up Radio. You can get the Snow Goons joints off the Goons gear. Creative Juices, hit them up and follow them. They got plenty of merch too. Snow Goons gear, you know what I mean? We got the homie, the family, Mike Handz on the show tonight, you know what I mean? It's been a minute since me and him politic this shit, but it's gonna be a good show, man. Trust. And I hope y'all all having a good week, you know what I mean? And I hope y'all have a good weekend and shit. But yeah, we gonna set this off in a sec. But yeah, peace to everybody and whatnot. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody's support. Make sure to go check out the YouTube page, you know what I mean? Subscribe and all that. This way you can see all the past interviews and whatnot. We had plenty of good shows, man. I think we got like 55, 60, something like that. So yeah, make sure you go check that out. Yo, Instagram been kind of messed it up, so like I'm trying to figure out like the whole, whatever you want to call it. My mic ain't working with it and all this other stuff, man, but we gonna keep doing the show anyways. But yeah, once again, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the sponsors, of course, you know what I mean? Check out the Creative Juices shirt, you know what I mean? Make sure you go and support them. Word. Just waiting for the homie Mike Kansas shit. We get this shit popping. Word up. Peace and blessings once again to everybody, you know what I mean? I appreciate all the support, you know what I mean? It's been a long day. You?
Yo,
What's good, brother?
what's Gucci gang? You can hear me? Everything gracious?
Yeah, I can hear you and whatnot. You able to hear me and shit?
Yeah, I got you.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, this Instagram shit been acting up and whatnot, so
Hold on,
hopefully everything goes according to plan.
hold on. Let me check my power source.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out to everybody tuned in and whatnot. No doubt, no doubt.
Is that a little
How
bit
you
better?
been though, brother?
R&B easy, fam. Just trying to keep one foot in front of the other. You know how that go? Trying to stay as healthy as possible. Hanging there with both hands. Jay,
No doubt, no doubt.
Full Moon, what up? Bree, what up? Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah, we good.
No doubt, man. Yo, it's good to see your face, brother. It's been a minute, man. It's been years or something, yo.
Crazy. I was talking to one of my peoples, and I was like, listen, when I was asked to do this one, and I reached out about it, you know, this is one of the individuals when I first decided that, yeah, I get back in this and do something a certain kind of way, that definitely dialed in, tapped in, showed love, supported out the gate. So it was only right that I had to, you know what I mean, come support the platform best way I could.
Yeah, of course. You already know, man. I mean, we known each other for mad long, mad years. I lost count. You know what I'm saying? Word.
We talking 210, 211 type vibe. Something back in that area.
Yes. Yo, it's been a minute. Word. That's before my kids was born. That's crazy.
Yep. We were
Word.
younger folk.
Yeah, we still doing our thing though at this age though. So you know what I'm saying? All them youngins can, you know what I mean? Word.
That's a whole fact. They can't have it.
Giving them regard to the money. Word. No doubt, no doubt. So I figure we get right into it. Some of the questions I got for you and whatnot, I'm not sure if someone's asked you already, but I figure I'd throw it out there anyways, you know what I mean? Throw you some curveballs and whatnot. That's what the show's all about. Good times, you know what I mean? It's good information and whatever we can get out of it, you know what I mean?
That's right.
So first question I want to ask, I'm not sure if anyone asked you this, but I figured I'd throw it out there. So Mike Handz. So where did you come up with that name? Like, did somebody give it to you, or was it something you just kind of created yourself?
All right, ironically, somebody gave it to me. So my name originally was Real Thorough, and that's back. Had to have your acronym, so you had your representing each and every lyric. So real, and I felt like I did it thoroughly. So Real Thorough is my name, and I wrote that for a long time. And then I had a friend, my man RM Deck. He had a couple of AKAs, one of which was Private Benjamin. I thought that was sick. And then he had another AKA Kip Stachio, Lefty Nice, RM Desk. But then he had one first name Justin, last name Credible. I thought that was sick. I'm like, yo, I need one of those. So I was still smoking. So we smoking, chilling, figuring it out. And then, yo, oh, son. I'm like, what? He's like, yo, how about Michael Handler? I'm like, what is you talking about? He said, Michael Handler. So I'm thinking we just smoking the ooh weed. I'm like, this is way too good, this weed. So he said,
Yo.
how about Michael Handler? Like Mike Handler. You're a microphone handler, Mike Handler for short. I'm like, yo. So that's what I did. I took the name Mike Handler. And then the streets decided to what we call and decided to cut it to Mike Handz. And then they figured they wasn't finished chopping it up, so then they started going with just Handz. Then on the block, you know, I fought a lot at one point in my life. So they was like speaking about my hands in that capacity. So it made sense to them. But then because I hustled a lot and I had so many things going on all the time, people likened it to, he always got his hands in everything. So it just stuck. So it ended up becoming Mike Handz, and then Mike Handz felt like Jimmy the Wrench or, you know, Mikey Knuckles or Sammy the Nose. So it was like, okay, Mikey the Hands, let's do that. So we stood there. Then my Spanish man was like, yo, Miguel Manos. I'm like, yo, it's on. So I ran from there.
Word. Yeah, I'm not sure if you was asked that question, and I figured I'd ask because, you know what I'm saying, there's always some kind of backstory to everybody's names, you know what I'm saying?
I've been asked a few times, but you know, it's so many different incarnations to how my name became what it was. You know, like I said, it was Real Thorough at one point. You know, I'm a Decepticon, so it was Whirlwind in that capacity. So it's a lot of different incarnations of me to get here that all started with Chris. So
Yeah, nah, no doubt, man. Yeah, it's definitely a dope name, man. It's, you know what I'm saying, like, so I'm glad you were giving that name. It matches your character. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you be smashing mics, bro. You know what I mean? Since the first joint, you know what I mean? So you ain't know, man. You know what I mean? Still got it, bro.
How about Say You Ain't Know is 10 years old this year?
That's crazy.
So I just actually had a talk with my vinyl deal about doing a limited edition vinyl run just for the 10-year anniversary. So I might pull a couple of the masters out and do a couple of remixes just for the vinyl of some of the original records and see what we got. So I might let some
Yo,
producers.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I had to run it back real quick for those, you know what I mean, they're Mike Handz fans, but those that may not have known, you know what I'm saying?
They ain't know. They wasn't there for that.
Word, man, because I remember that release party, man.
Yo,
I was there for that.
had fun. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that party, rest in peace, my brother Doc Ock on God. That
Word.
my brother DJ Toshi. That a lot was birthed that night. You know, rest in peace the Black Bear Bar, aka Public Assembly. That venue's not there no more. But a lot was born that night. Rest in peace, Pumpkinhead, because me and Pumpkinhead really connected that night, and that was the night that I joined EST 1975, his company. That was the night that Writer's Block concert series was born, because
Yep.
people they had so much fun that night. It was so reminiscent of what would have been like a lyricist lounge or something like that, that they kept coming up to us all night like, yo, we got to do this. We got to have this again. We got to do this again. And it's like, okay, it's a release party. Not quite sure that one again, but we figured we could try to package the energy, and that's when we developed the Writer's Block concert series. So all that was born of yourself and everybody that came out to support that night and really create that energy that people felt we need to try to bottle.
Yeah. Yo, that shit was epic, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, rest in power to Doc Ock, man. He was a good brother. Like, he was a real good head, and he was hip hop. He was exactly what the essence of hip hop was. I just had to throw that out there. You know what I mean? For those that knew and didn't know, and he was the operation behind the city. Like, he was the city, man. You know what I'm saying? And all y'all with the writer's block, everything. You know what I'm saying?
All the key maker. You know what I mean? All play our part, but he's the one that sews all the pieces together and makes it work. So that's the key maker, you know?
Yeah, word.
Speaking of which,
Word.
Friday night, next Tuesday, the 7th, if you're in NYC, pull up. It's the Doc Ock Memorial Concert. We're doing that Mercury Lounge, hosted by myself and Poison Pen. The lineup is super. DJ on the wheels with guest DJs. We got a lot of great performers tonight, and it's a fundraiser. So everything, bar, door, the GoFundMe link will be out that night. Everything is going to his family. So, you know, he gave so much of himself to us in the hip hop. Let's definitely try to do the same.
Yeah, you ain't lying, man. Yo, that's crazy, man. And I'm sure he definitely appreciates everything y'all did for him. In you know what I mean, the vice versa, because you guys kept him motivated, he kept y'all motivated, and that's how family's supposed to be. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, outside the music shit.
Yeah, I mean, we used to have this hashtag called Wing Life, where me and Ock used to just go tour and wait, and we used to rate wings. Like, that was just our thing. Like, y'all wings is corny, we telling the world about it. Or if your wings is crazy, we on it. Telling the world about it. Orchestrate a show, kind of like Diners, Dives, and drive through that whole thing, and just go around the country just testing wings out. So he would literally come with cook wings or whatever it might have been. Shout out Croxley's. We used to pull up on Croxley's a lot and just have hella wings. So that's my guy.
Wow, yo, yes, yo, I'm a winghead, so that actually sounds dope as hell, man.
Hey, that's a fact.
Word. So actually, to segue into that, so what do you think was the best spot then, as far as rating goes?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, and I don't know if it's because I'm home, but I'm a sucker for Croxley's, bro. Croxley's, I was there when it was 10 cents in a wing, and it was 20 cent a wing, bone in, pause, and 10 cent a wing, boneless.
That sounds like my kind of spot, yo.
Now you think you got 4 grown men chipping in on a table full of wings. Bring all sauces. Don't even worry about it. Just put them all on the side. Just all sauces. Bring the wings naked and just bring all the sauces.
Word.
It look crazy. It looked like pure carnage.
That's crazy, yo. Man, I'm gonna do that, yo. I'm gonna have to roll to the city with you one day, man. We gonna have to hit some spots, man. Word up. I'm a winghead, straight up.
I'm all for it. I'm telling you. That's the
Word. No doubt. Well, we got a little off topic, but I just had to throw that out there. Like I said, I'm a winghead, and those that love wings as much as I do, as much as anybody does, check out that spot you mentioned there, straight up.
And there's 2 spots. There's one on White Street in Brooklyn, and there's one on 2nd Avenue in Manhattan. So pull up to one of them. You'll be glad you did.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, we don't got a lot of that up here. We got the, what do you want to call that all? the commercial joints. You know what I'm saying? Like the
all that thing stop and all that. Now listen, what you got is a supermarket and a kitchen. That's all you need. Your boy get busy. If I'm up there,
word,
market it go crazy.
Word, man. Yeah, I love the fresh out the kitchen, the in the hood shit. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause this commercial shit is cool. It's flashy, but it ain't for me, man. Like there's more bone than there is chicken. No homo. You know what I'm saying? Like
I got a whole Timberland tree on the side of it. Come.
You already know, man. But yeah, let's get back on topic, man. I can talk about wings all fucking day, yo, straight up. So yeah, what I was gonna ask you was because I checked out the newest joint, Golden Era Timeless, man, and yeah, I was highly impressed. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't listen to hip hop as much as I should be, because I don't know, maybe I'm just old. Like I said, like I tell everybody at every show, I listen to Nas still. Like I'm stuck in that era, so it's perfect for the title because it matches my persona, my whatever you want to call it. Um, But I did tune into it. I did listen to it. It's on all platforms for everybody to check out. You know what I mean? Spotify and all that.
Yo,
Make sure you cop the CD or whatever. You know what I mean? Um,
album salute. I appreciate you all that checked in for the album. Not to cut my man Supreme, but I got to show love to y'all because without y'all, it can't even work. And definitely, if you on the live, share the live. See, that's one thing. You know, I hold my fans and friends and family responsible. If you on the live, share the live. Let's talk about it.
yeah, exactly. Because I mean, like I be trying to tell people, man, the like button is cool and all that. It's for the flash, but the real promotion is the share button. You know what I mean? You drop somebody else's shit on your page, that's legit you showing love. That's, you know what I mean? That's you're giving yourself. So I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like I tell everybody, you check my timeline, I got my whole entire page is everybody shares.
Well,
I don't even think I have my own content.
so I'll be honest, and I have to be fair because today, ironically, you mentioned that I had this feeling where I was going to just create a post like, all y'all legendary, super known, could be validating to your brothers as people that ain't sharing nothing, eat a dick and die. But I didn't do that because I understand that we're all working. And sometimes if I'm running a campaign and I'm pushing something on my timeline, that's not the time for me to be sharing other people's stuff because I'm clashing with the promotion.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. That's the you have to apply to the business aspect. I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like personal is personal and shit. I mean, that is a major part of it, and you are a mastermind behind promotion. For those that don't know.
Here's what I tell people. Use your timeline for your content. Use your story to share. You see what I'm talking about? Use your story to share your family and this, that, and the third, and your counterparts that's building. And if you're running a campaign, use your timeline to push your stuff. If you're not running a campaign, you'll post a meme from somebody you don't know. Use your timeline and platform each other. If we really doing that, we could actually win.
Yeah, exactly. I mean that it's kind of sad when you got the South sharing all they shit, all they people's the New York upstate, man. Like we need to be sharing shit, man. Like we losing the people. Like hip hop should not be just in the South, man. It needs to be New York again. It needs to be worldwide, man. Like, you know what I mean? Even the people across the seas, they sharing our shit more than we sharing our own shit.
So understand, I am a person that don't feel nobody owe me shit, right? So you ain't got to share it. I appreciate it if you do, but you don't have to. You know, ain't no love lost if you don't. But it would be dope if you did. You know what I mean? My sister, Kasha Knight, just popped in. What up, sis? That's my baby sister in the building.
Spades.
But yeah, like if you're gonna do that, you know, that's what's up. But it would be nice to do it. You're not obligated. It's like when people start talking about, well, where's Oprah? Where's Jordan? Where are all these millionaires when this go wrong or that go wrong? They doing what they worked for. What you mean? They're not obligated. If they feel to do it and that's what they heart moving to do, so be it. But they're not obligated. And don't put that on them. You understand what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
exactly.
They might not have.
Exactly.
When they get there, they'll show up. But until they get there, they're not obligated because your broke ass think they supposed to do something. Nah, fuck out of here.
Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta respect yourself and you gotta do what's best for you.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it doesn't hurt to share. It doesn't hurt to, you know what I mean? Like be a part of the community and shit. I
That
mean, you don't have to be in every event. You don't have to this and that. You know what I mean? But even a contribution, even a donation, even buying merch, all these things apply to what we're working towards.
part, the community. That part. Don't just take from the table, but add to it as well.
Hmm. Exactly. You know what I mean? Because that's what the essence of hip hop is to me. You know what I mean? Like we can sit here and rap all fucking day, but if we ain't supporting each other, that's not the essence. That's the fucking commercial part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Me, man, I got so many, like I said, I got so many of these known, you know, quote unquote on cats and legend cats. I be in their face, they be in my face. But when I drop something, ask me, how about this? They've been on my projects. Ask me how many years I've been on. But we about it. It's cool. Or when they drop something, I share it. Ask how often when I drop something, they share it. But they be in your face asking you to work on their shit and help them with this and that and the third. I mean, it is what it is. Don't nobody hold it. I don't hold it against them. But don't think I don't pay it. It's obvious. You know it's obvious in it to you. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
I mean, as far as I've seen you, man, from like years of knowing you and shit, you've always been a supporter of everybody. So I mean, that's what separates you from a lot of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like I said, yeah, you could be a rapper and stuff, but to really call yourself hip hop, you have to have the heart in it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's about. Like we fighting against, you know what I mean, the government. We fighting against the corruption. We a part of each other. Like we chilling on the block and we support each other. That's what hip hop is about, man. It's not about just the selling records. Records is the business aspect. The community part is when you stepping in and you know what I mean, supporting each other.
that's right. Salute this BK Santos. I see you, my little cousin. KMD, Capture the Moment Photography's in the building. Amir, salute. Miss Kemet, I see you. Yeah, it's a nice little live. I like what you got cooking over here. Oh my.
Yo, this is all you, brother. This is all you, man.
Comment in the stand up.
What's the name? Yeah, KDM had some questions. I actually had a question I was gonna ask you, but he already brought it up, so I might as well throw it out there. But I was gonna ask you, because back to cross what we were talking about, back to backpedal real quick about the Golden Era Timeless. I had some favorite joints off of it. But I wanted to ask you, I know it's hard because a lot of artists say the same thing, but maybe it applies differently to you. Did you have a specific track off of it that was kind of like a favorite, or maybe a couple that kind of stuck out to you more than others?
Absolutely. I got a whole EP that lives in that album. I have a whole EP that lives in that album. So, out featuring MOP and Dreddy Kruger, that's one. Featuring Saint Ivan is another one. Respect featuring Granddaddy IU and Craig G is another one. Keep Going is probably my favorite track on the album.
Yep.
And then there's another one called Amazing featuring my man VVS Verbal. That hook, we playing that hook, that was another good one. And then my workout record, which is Go Hard.
Hey, it fits. Word.
That was like my $1 million baby. Like in my mind, I was doing it. So there's a UFC boxer, The Nightmare, that I do soundtrack work for sometimes for his when to the ring. I do some of his ring music, and that get low in the fight, find your center, move in with your hands up, hit him low with the right, come down, make sure he don't get up. That whole thing was like a boxing training hook.
That's crazy.
And that, so, you know what I mean? Go hard.
That's crazy.
Hit him up. Yeah. And so,
Yo, I ain't gonna front, yo, and this might sound weird or whatever, man, but yo, you probably could sing, bro. Like you got the vocal for it, like on some real shit. I know you probably ain't like, nah, fuck that, but like,
you said you followed my music, right? So say you ain't know till now. Every hook you ever heard on any of my records was me. If it wasn't a female, it was me.
see, that would have thrown me off, man, because you know what I'm saying? Like the way you handle yourself with the hip hop, it would throw somebody off. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, the missus is in the timeline. Look at her. She said, shh. That's funny.
I mean, but that's what's up, man.
If you've been to my live show, then you know that I sing in my show. You know?
I'm not sure if I heard you singing that one show. Like, I think we might have had to leave early for that shit, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm not sure, man. That was way back.
Look at the comments.
Yeah, everybody blowing me up. All right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking in general. Like, if you was to put out an R&B album, I would have hated it. I'm just saying.
I've been cooking in the background, but I was gonna white label something quietly. You understand what I'm saying? Like I was gonna white label it with like no artist name on it. just like
Oh,
a pocket full of nickels be like a fake group, and then just, you know what I'm saying? Because the way that I kind of introduced the idea, even playing with singing, because as KDM said, I started off singing, and then I started. Ironic, if you look, I started off in a boy group called Visions. You know what I mean? This was in junior high school, and that didn't end up panning out. So after that, I was the only one that, you know, kept doing music. Nobody else was doing music. So two of my friends was like, yo, we started a rap group. You gonna rock with us? I'm like, I can't rap. They was like, yo, you coming with us. So that was my man Chris Marshall and my other man Aaron Vera. Shout to them. And they made me go with them. This back when I was hanging on Fort Hamilton in Brooklyn. They made me go with them to Chris Marshall crib and start trying to write raps. So I was terrible, by the way. So upstairs, his brother Dre Marshall, Mass Confusion. He was a rapper too, and his partner name was Chaos. So the group was Chaos Confusion. So what happens is Chaos goes on to become Babyface Chaos and the Bush Babies, and Mass Confusion just went on to end up working for the government or something later in life. But they kind of were who we were listening. We was downstairs sounding terrible, but we could hear them through the phone sounding the way we was trying to sound. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
we kind of were trying to model ourselves after them. You know what I mean? Not knowing that Chaos was going to go off to become Chaos, you know, from the Bush Babies. But that's how that worked. And then, you know, my sister dropping her old intro, that's when my name was anonymous. That's way back in the days when after I started rapping and that group broke up, I ended up in Hidden Agenda. But they yeah, that's what we did. So we was Third Dimension. That was the name of our little group. But before that, I was in a singing group named Visions. Shout out Pretty, aka Anthony, and Reggie, and my man Fritz. That was the group.
No doubt, no doubt. Yo, like I said before, man, I keep it a buck. I wouldn't hate it. Come out with, you know what I mean? Some, I mean, it's gonna be under obviously not Mike hands from what you said, but
El DeBarge song, All This Love. You remember that?
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
In my live show, I flipped it to All These Thugs. You know, so the hook is like I had some problems and working ain't seem to solve them, and you showed me the answers and then showed me to play these games.
Mm-hmm. Fuck I'm talking about.
And like with the producer took the original record and flipped it. So what happens is when the beat drops, then I know what song it is. I'll stop the DJ, and then we'll do the hook. I'll do the hook a cappella, but you know, full range. We'll do it a cappella, and that normally turns the crowd because they don't see that coming. You know what I mean? And then hook, and then they respond to that. Then I let them drop the beat, and the beat was stupid. So then we would go into that song, and yeah, that's how it starts. And then once I do that record, salute Nikki Black in the building. So once I do that record, then it opens up that section of the show where you get Hell on My Back, or you'll get Dark Road. You know what I mean? Sitting on the dark road trying to get right. You know what I mean? From Hell on My Back, Heaven and then you know, all of those more melodic songs, You Don't Deserve Me, all of those pop up during that section of the show.
That's still dope though. To do it a cappella, man, like you gotta have a lot of talent in general to do that, and I respect that shit.
Half in here undercover on the low. He disguised. I'm just gonna let you know that. He on the low.
Yo, shout out to Nikki Black and Decap Black, you know what I mean? We got plenty of stories with that shit, man. Oof.
You already shot.
Word, man.
Don't do that.
Yo, Clear Out, man. For those that don't know, we got a track, Clear Out, Decap Black. We shot it in my hometown, and yo.
A white van picked them up. They wasn't there for that.
They was not there for that. Yo, Mike can't drive it in my hometown like we in the city.
We literally was kidnapping people around Middletown.
Yo, straight up.
So
That shit was crazy.
we did that. Then we did the Soul Asylum, the Sound Asylum, the
Mm-hmm.
show, right?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I also shot another video with Schizo and Shabam Sadiq in Middletown. We did
Oh
the
yeah. Oh, nice.
video, and we did that over by the asylum. There's actually an asylum out there I didn't realize. So we
Oh
did,
yeah.
you know, so that was wow. But that was definitely wow. But it was a lot. Like it was like Middletown, y'all showed a lot of love, man. And I was telling one of my people, like, yo, they really, really, when I first really got out in the world, y'all showed love from up top. So I always try to get back up there when I can. Like I got a little something towards the end of the month. I might just pop up and be strolling down them streets on the low. And I still got one, bro, where I got all the stems and everything.
Yo, bro, that track to this day, man. Yo, that shit gets me
Wait,
so fucking amped.
building?
Yeah, Mother Ruckus is in the building, yo. Yup. Shout out to her, yo.
I
She
see
held down the hip hop scene.
with me and Mother Ruckus in the studio. Word.
Oh yeah. Yo. We got some shit we plotting, you know what I mean? I'm leaking a little bit, not too much, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to have my little big brother decaf on my ass and shit, but we got some shit.
You know I'm in tunery. Don't just say I'm in tune with the intunery. Let's leave it at that.
No doubt. You already know. You already know, man. Yeah, that's just some backstory for everybody that didn't know about that track and whatnot. Check that out on YouTube everywhere, man. Like that track. Man.
How about girls came to my crib the other weekend? Like I think it was last weekend, possibly with Decaf, Nikki, and the girls. And Lyric taps me, and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" She was like, "Clear out." I was like, "Oh, everything for me that day. It was everything."
Yo, I'll tell you, man, that was like some of the best times, man. That video, I show my kids that video today. They're like, y'all kidnapping people in Middletown. I'm like, yeah, that's how Mike can be doing it.
Yo,
I had to throw the blame on you. I'm like, nope.
remember I bought he 23.
Yep.
He was a shorty.
I remember that, man. I remember all that, man. Like, it was great times, man. I mean, not to get too much into the past, but yeah, that, like I said, man, that.
Who you can see in the chat? You got shout out the chat. Who you see in the chat? Shamika, salute. Kel, salute. Raina, salute. Who we got in the chat? I can't scroll.
Yeah, there's so many people in here. I know KDM got so many questions. I'm sorry, fam. I'm trying to get to it, but I got questions of my own. We gonna get to it.
Let's mix them up. Mutations artists in the building. We got Brazil in the building. Let's do it, man. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. What you got?
Well, no doubt. Bet. So all right. So we mentioned your favorite track. So I gotta say, man, keep going. Like, I don't know why, but it kind of hit a certain way, and I love the fact that, like, you actually put your real life into the video. Like, the way you started it off is like you weren't faking no bullshit, and you weren't trying to, like, you know what I mean, publicize this and that. You were trying to show, like, this is who you are, accept you for who you are, and just be there, you know what I mean, give you your flowers before anything happens, if anything does happen, you know what I mean? Like, I love that, like, you know what I mean?
So keep going was really my mantra through my whole journey, because that's what I was telling myself. You understand what I'm talking about? Like, it was my mantra to keep going. Harvey Dents, what up? Black Block. Oh, Black Block Gaming's in the building heavy. I see y'all. So Bright is in the building. Salute, Bright. So it's like, that was my mantra. And when we were trying to come up with the visual, it was like, I had so many clips. So the first incarnation, Salute Verity, the first incarnation of the video, we literally went to my dialysis clinic and shot me coming in and coming out of the clinic. We had the real young lady that took care of all of my session booking. I was on the road. She took care of all my treatment while I was on the road. We had some of the techs that were handling me, all of that stuff. Me getting rushed to the emergency, all that. But then that was a little bit too not It was too over. It wasn't really what I needed. So I wanted to show the victory. So I thought it was just enough to show a snapshot of what I was walking from. So that clip was actually the very first day that which was called maturated. It got mature enough to accept the needles on the machine and them stop using the catheter in my neck. So that day was important because it meant I'm on this machine. This is like when you got your training wheels on. When they start using arm is when, you know, you official. So I happen to take that as like part of my visual diary for myself. And I think even with the intro that salute my partner DJ Lundercover, with the intro he selected, still in the fashion of today, but quieter now, was this is still me, but I'm not equipped to be the me I was. I can't be outside bugging. I can't be running all night. I can't be not eating. I can't do any of that. You understand what I'm talking about? So
yeah.
But I can't do it the same way. So that intro was super appropriate. And if you're wondering why I can't do it the same way, then that clip told you what slowed me down. So the reason we shot it in the train yard was because it was this traveling journey through my life. And rather than having a whole bunch of locations, what's better than having the camera follow you down some tracks, you know? And that abandoned caboose showed where life derailed. And then, you know, the other train that was actually on the track. So it was a lot of subliminals in it, you know, even down to the Michael Bay shots where the camera was panning around me on some Bad Boys type. But you've seen me. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot of symbolism in the video. Salute Last American B-Boy, because I gave him the idea and he created a vision with it. So yeah, Keep Going is definitely a very personal track for me.
You know, it's funny, like I listened to the track first, kind of, and then I was like, yo, let me see if there's a video type, because you know what I mean, it's hard for me I'm not on social media like that. Like, I check my page maybe twice a day, so it's hard for me to really keep up. A lot of people get on me about this shit, but you know what I mean, I got a family, I got a life, I mean, you know what I mean, so I do what I can. But just listening to the song, man, like, I even had to see the video. Like, that's just because you can feel it. Like, you can kind of, like, I don't know, like, you know what I mean? I don't know how people really handle their music and shit, but I can feel it. I felt it when I heard it. So it's like, at the end of the day, seeing the video kind of, it gave me that visual aid to your pain and to what you were kind of dropping out there. So I respected it. It is that, and like I said, it might be a little, whatever you want to call it, like obvious as my favorite track because it's got a video or whatever, but in personal matters, I should say, I relate. I can relate. I think everybody can relate, and I think those are the type of tracks hip-hop kind of needs. You know what I mean?
And that's kind of been a consensus that I've been getting throughout this media journey, trying to push the album. Everybody kind of said the same thing. I had somebody else say they started tearing up, like literally watching it, you know, because their dad might have been on that or something of the sort. So there was different versions to it. People had different ways where they connected and felt like they needed to tell themselves to keep going. So that worked. And if you listen to the hook, you know what I'm saying? Gotta keep going, gotta keep glowing, not only for yourself, but to film your life showing, because people are watching. So even if you're not inspired by, do it for the people that you're inspiring. You know what I mean? And when I went public with my journey, people started getting in my inbox disclosing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they started like, yo, listen, I'm about to start dialysis in a month and I ain't had nobody to talk to. I ain't even tell my family. Or, yo, I've been on dialysis 2 months and I ain't even tell my family. Or like disclosing, bro. Like, I'm a whole stranger. But because they connected with the fact that I was sharing publicly and they didn't know how to even tell the people they love, they felt like they could, yo, this is what they told me I need. And I'm able to tell them because I just went through it. So there's people that may be like 6 months behind where I am. And I know where you're going to be in 6 months. And that's where we was connected. So
that shit is crazy. It's crazy because when I first seen you going through that, I was like, damn, man, like like that shit, it's crazy. And you know what I mean? Even aside from all that, you've always been a good dude, man. Like you know, for those that really know you outside the music,
I appreciate that.
You've always been there. You've always been supportive of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, And that's why I always try to keep in contact with you. You know what I mean? I always try to hit you up, see how you doing, because that's how I feel. Like, it ain't about the fucking titles. Anybody could be like, yeah, I got Mike Handz. It's like, nah, man. Like, I want to make sure my people's is good. It don't matter what I'm doing. I will take my time, do what I can, and check up on people. You know what I'm saying?
That's all love. Right. And you know, it took me a lot of time to cultivate the asshole that some people know me as. You see what I'm saying? Like, it took me time to cultivate that because I didn't realize how much that was necessary in this industry. I really thought I could be goofy enough to come in here and just try to be me for real. And then watch people pillage and try to eat you alive. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that in a violent way, but I mean just work you to death and try to just death and try to just use you to death. You know, you have to figure out how to balance that asshole and still allow the people that are worthy of actually knowing you to see you with that jacket off. You know, salute my man Afro just popped in the building. All flows are official. That's the big bro, and he's on the next project. We got this joint called Bar Fight. Super duper stupid. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I can't wait. Shit, I'm fucking itching already just hearing that, man. Because this last joint,
It's produced by Thurman. It's super duper stupid. That's all I'm saying.
like I said, man, this last project, every fucking track was a banger, man. Like, it was hard for me to really distinguish between like which one was a favorite, which one is. There's just so much going on in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you really got involved in it, it's like there's a lot of street shit. There was laid back shit. You know what I'm saying? And then there was straight underground shit. Like,
yeah,
it's like a perfect chemistry for fucking hip hop. Like, you know what I mean? I'm glad you said amazing too, because like the beat, the church style to it, like, and everything to it was fucking like just straight in your face and shit. And then the MOP, like everything, yo.
So I'm gonna let a cat out the bag. Like I mentioned, we just did a vinyl deal. Salute Hip Hop Enterprises and salute my man Jamil Honesty for lining that up. But we just did a label deal for the album, right? So the vinyl's coming. I mean, we just did a vinyl deal. So the vinyl's coming towards the end of the summer. So it'll be an exclusive, limited edition, 200 pieces of vinyl. But Golden Era Timeless will drop with a modified playlist. But I tucked an Act Out remix on it. So you know the MOP version on the album, but it's only right. I salute the fam. There's the exclusively to that same song, Act Out. That's
Yeah, that shit's crazy, man. And you know what? It's needed. It is fucking needed, man. Like that. It deserves to be on vinyl, deserves to be in somebody's collection. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely something well worth putting the money towards. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. Like, there's just so much going on in there. You know what's the one thing I love about you as an artist, bro? Like, you can hold your own.
Thank you.
A lot of artists can't say that. You know what I mean? A lot of artists have to have features. They have to have singing hooks. They have to have, you know what I mean? But you can hold it down by yourself. And like, that's...
Watch this. I ain't on front. When I first dropped Say You Ain't Know, I had a lot of comments on the blogs and the source.com and Hip Hop DX and all of the bigger blogs. Like, pardon me. All of them are like, this project is super crazy, yada yada yada. But I wonder if he can hold his own. So to hear you say that makes me feel super duper connected, if that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? I'll be honest, secret out the bag. The only reason I rap is because I love the camaraderie. I love being at a lunchroom table and my mans and them is banging. My man Bugs is beatboxing and we going ham in a circle and dudes is coming up and getting disintegrated. You understand? Somebody running in my school telling me they cousin gonna eat my food in this school, so now we cut class and we go to that school so we can body his man or whatever it might be. You know what I mean? Like, where the acoustics were crazy in the stairwell and just going crazy right there. I didn't want to make no damn records. You understand what I'm talking about? I didn't want to make no the rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, let somebody say rap and let's rap. That's all I really wanted to do. And I messed up. My family, everybody here, I'm sorry, because we should have been rich by now, because I never was chasing no money. That was the problem. I just wanted the people who thought it was dope to think I was dope. That was it.
Yeah, nah, you know what? I'm glad you said that, man, because I'm a hip hop head. Like I'm an MC too. I can't not go a day without freestyling. It don't matter who listening. You know what I mean? I'm all day at fucking work. A whole hour I'll be freestyling side A to side B type shit. So I know, trust me. You know what I mean? Someone step to me like, yo, it's battle. Yeah, let's do it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
If you ever knew me around 16, 17, 18, like my sister here, you know, my cousins are in here, like they was here for this part of it. Like the Dom Squad Riders, we was out here, man. That's what it was. That was my clique back in the days. A whole team of pretty boys that like to fight. We used to Dom Squad Riders. So, like at the end of the day, all we wanted to do was rap. Christmas was our time of year because we got the rap, right? So I just wanted to be dope, and I wanted to not think I was crazy because I thought I was. You see what I'm talking about? Like, I thought I was dope, and I felt like somebody else should think this too. You understand what I'm saying? Like, somebody else. And that was what made me push hard and put myself out there to try to be dope. You know what I'm saying? And I should have focused on a little money way, but I design clothing for a living, my guy. I've always worked in fashion, so I knew where the money was coming from. Like, so I never put that weight, that brace, or that stress on me when it came to music. So it always remained fun. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until the seasons where I started trying to make money that I started falling out of love for it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Like, thank you for that, because you just, you made that holding my own was something that somebody actually noticed, and I knew I could. I just didn't care. Like, I like making records. My people's being around make me want to rap. So why wouldn't my records reflect that?
I mean, you're like the overall MC. Like, you know what I mean? For those that actually know your music, they can appreciate that, because you know what I mean? Like, you're not a one hitter. You know what I mean? First off, second off, you're not repetitive, and you're not, you know what I mean? You're not obvious. Like, you can come from so many different directions, and that's what makes an overall MC. That's what makes being an MC worth doing. Because even like you just said, if somebody was to step up to you, it don't matter how many big name features you got, how much records you sold, you would still step to somebody in the street like, yo, let's freestyle, let's do something. See, that's an MC. These niggas don't understand MC from rapper no more. That's the problem.
Right. I don't care. There's no venue big enough or too small for me to get light. I'm gonna just get busy. But if I'm in front of 20, I'm gonna perform like it's 200. And if I'm in front of 200, I'm gonna perform like it's 2,000. Like, that's just the energy I'm gonna give. Because I love to do it. It's one of those things, I love to do it, and I'm glad that y'all got to get a sneak peek at it. Because in my mind, I'm all by myself anyway. You dig what I'm talking about? And I'll tell you the truth. When you catch me by myself, that's when you get Dead and Gone. You get Angel Down. Rest in peace, my moms. You get the Angel Down. You get Dead and Gone. Rest in peace, my uncle, my pops, my brother, and my cousin Monica. You get Dark Road. You get My Life. You get My Life 2. You know what I mean? Like, you get going. You get all those introspective records when I'm by myself. I don't even play upbeat, all of that. You know what I'm saying? When I'm by myself, I don't listen to that when I'm by myself. I'm not sitting by myself with Annie up. I'm sitting here looking. When I'm listening, when I'm alone, or I'm listening to some Lauren, or just introspective records. You know what I mean? So that's what I do on my own time. So when you catch me on a record by myself, it probably sounds like that. But
I mean, yeah, that's like with this project. Prime example.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, you know what I mean? Cause like in my line of work, you know what I mean, FedEx and shit, you can't be listening to fucking DMX all day. You can't be listening to MOP all day. You might slap a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have, you know what I mean, those different vibes and shit to really get you in that zone. And like this track listing, everything you have on there. Plus, not to mention the features you do have on there, they complement your style. That's the other thing that's very important. I feel the game is missing. Everyone is just going out there getting the biggest fucking names and shit. It's like, yeah, that's cool, but if you don't vibe with them, you know what I mean? If you ain't sitting in the studio with them, you can actually pick up on that when you listen to the record.
Yeah.
If you a real hip hop head, you know what I mean? Because like we us as hip hop heads, we are emotionally attached to this shit. It's in the veins. So, you know what I mean? When I listen to you and your collabs, y'all are together. It's now like a separate. You know what I mean? It's almost like y'all a group. That's how connected the tracks sound.
Ironically, I don't ever try to meet nobody on my records. It's very rare that I do records with strangers. If I do, they paid for it. Don't let them tell you nothing different. I don't like meeting people on records. I like it to feel organic. I like it to feel personal. I like it to connect. And when I choose my features based on the fact I'm fans of the people I work with. So when I record and I'm listening to this beat, I know if I had to give this beat away, I know who I'd give it to. Does that make sense? Like if I had I'm like, yo, who would I give this beat to? That's who I call for the feature.
Nice. See, that's perfect.
Sometimes I got beats that I think I have beats that I know this beat is crazy and I don't know how to approach it. Who would I record? I'll get them on the record to go first to set the tone for the approach. Like, I didn't even think to hit it like that. And now it don't open my mind, and now I found a way to complement the way that he approached the record. So, unselfish sport if you do it right. And you're supposed to be setting each other up with a volley. You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to be setting each other up. Like, listen, I'm gonna punt the ball, you spike, or vice versa. So that's why it never comes off like, you know, me and Rock, now, Salute Rock, have this thing where we tell people, if you want us on the record, please don't send your vocals. I'm gonna make it my record. Don't send your vocals. Just send me the beat. Let's play fair. But if you send vocals and you kill it, I'm going to assassinate this record the best way I can. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me hit it. You know what I'm saying? So Rock is even worse because you know what Rock is. I don't even send him records with my hell no. We're not doing that. You write yours in your corner, I'm gonna write mine in my corner, we're gonna come with a record, right? And that's just how it goes. But when I'm really making records, I try to meet my features where they are, and I hope they do the same. They're not trying to kill me on my verses. I'm not trying to kill them on the record. I want them to look just as good on this record as I do. You know? So there's some hooks that I have on some records on this album and others where we're going in and out on the hook. I either write the whole hook or I let them write the whole hook. Why? Because it'll sound cleaner. It'll sound tighter if it's written in one flow. And then what we do is we break the parts to each other. You know what I mean? Yo, you say this part. I'm going to say this part. And then, you know, it's our record. For the next 72 bars, this is ours. My verse is your verse versus my verse. And to take it a step further, if you've ever heard me, even, you know, be it Decaf, be it G Snyder, which is KDM, whoever's in here that really get busy and we got records together, I know their verses before I know my own. That's how
you know what? I realized that when we first did the video.
That's
you
right.
knew his shit right off the bat. Even, shout out to my little brother Decap. But yeah, he was showing up like, huh? Like, I was like, yo, he came to fucking wreck shit, man. Like, you know what I mean? Because when we first all connected, I connected you to him, and y'all did that project. I'm like, yo, I was so proud of it. I was just like, yo, this is amazing. Like the way it came together and the way y'all was vibing. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't getting Decaf back. He's been inducted. He's family. He kissed my grandmother when he showed up. You can't give him back. We are sharing him.
Right. He's a good brother, man. For those that don't know Decaf, man, he's got a fucking heart of gold, man. He'll take his fucking shirt off his back for you. That's facts.
We
Like, you
crossed
know what I mean?
a couple times. That's my brother on everything. You know what I mean? We did it at 35,000 feet, and we did it at 3,500 miles. We've done it 35,000 miles actually. So yeah,
Word.
something stupid.
Word. Shout out to him, and yo, you're on some real shit. I don't know if this can happen or not. I want it to happen, yo. I want to do another joint with y'all, man. Like,
You see my
somehow, some way, man.
I'm gonna tell you the most complicated way to do that: finding the email and sending the beat. That would probably be the hardest part of it all.
No doubt, no doubt. I mean, it definitely should, man. Because, like I said, man, I miss those days. Like, that was some of the best times of my life. You know what I mean?
I'm
So
glad.
I'm on to go right back in. You know what I mean? Straight up.
I'm glad you still got the cook up. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, straight up, man. I mean, like I said, y'all definitely two of the hardest working MCs I've met. You know what I mean? Like, straight up and down, because y'all always pushing, and y'all's pushing each other. And at the same time, man, like I said, y'all look out for everybody, not just yourself. And like, I know a lot of people try to tell people being humble is the sucker way, but on some real shit, I feel like being humble kind of gets you more of what you need out of it.
I used to teach my kids that humility is helium. Humility is, if you can master humility, you can fly in this game. You know what I mean? And in life, not just in music, people like the skies are open for you if you're humble. Nobody's trying to clip your wings or chop your knees if you're humble. It's when you're a cocky bastard, you get past them. People don't want to see you go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly. Yep. That's my way of life, man. That's the hip hop in me, man. I don't turn my back on nobody. I don't burn fucking bridges. I don't believe in that.
assassinate a fucking bridge if it's a dig on the other side. I'm gonna keep it a stack. See, when it calls for it, but like I said, I took time to cultivate the asshole that I carry around as well. So, like, I've learned to protect the humble. I've learned to protect my humility. You see what I'm saying?
Y'all do.
I'm still with all the hickory. I'm with the smoked lamb, the smoked salmon, the smoked neck bones. I'm with all the smoke. That ain't no problem. I just rather not. Does that make sense? Like, I'd rather not. But I'm comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta know your own boundaries, man. That's what knowledge of self is. You know what I mean? If you don't know your own restrictions, ain't no one gonna tell you your own restrictions.
And I say that it's not about violence at all. It's about understanding what your personal margins are and teaching people how to handle. You have to train people. You can't expect people to just know how to handle you. You're an individual. So you have to train people how to handle you. You see what I'm talking about? So when you are comfortable with the smoke, it's easy to get close to people because you're not on defense. So you can allow people to get close because if you close and it pop, I'm with it. If you're far and it pop, I'm with it. So I'm comfortable. So come on in. Let's chill. And I've met the best people in the world like that I might not have met if I had my gate up. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm comfortable enough and fortified enough to know that I can still be me if you're close and take that chance. You know what I mean? Because there is a chance to be the wolf in sheep's clothing as well that you don't let in the gate. You see what I'm talking about? But think about it. You've been good to the people you let in the gate prior. When the wolf shows itself, you got an army and didn't even know it because they're loyal to the fact that you were good to them. Anyway.
Yo, straight up and down. I mean, I ain't trying to be on the whole preaching tip and all that. I definitely am glad that you're bringing this to the insight because a lot of people got to understand that, man. Like, you know, you don't got to be a dickhead to get ahead in life. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? A lot of people, you might see them getting ahead in life from being a dickhead, but I bet there's a whole lot of fucking skeletons in their closet.
Let's keep it a stack. We all got skeletons in our closet. Some still got meat on the bones. Let's keep it all the way tall. But just, man, listen, when you're humble, people don't care about the skeletons in your closet. You got a closet in the room. It's when you give them a reason to dig. So just, man, I'm telling you, it's easy to be yourself. Everybody else's take.
Very true. Very true, man. I'm not, like I said, man, God is good, and I abide by whatever I can with him. I can fucking help people and help myself at the same time. You know what? That's a blessing. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying?
So where you at? What's your next line? Your next question, what you have?
Yeah, I was gonna say we yeah, I was gonna get into that. So I was gonna ask you, might be a tough question, but if you had three artists you could choose to bring back that have passed away to be on a track with you, I'll even give you four if you need to, because I know you know a lot of people. Like you have a huge like circle. If you had that option, who would you bring back to do a track with?
That I knew or didn't?
It could be either or. Like whoever you felt maybe you didn't do a track with and you didn't get the chance to, or just in general.
Well, PH for sure, because I didn't get a chance to do a record. We talked about it for some time, and I never got a chance to do a record with PH. Jay Arch, never got to do one with him. Kevlar 7, I never got to do one with him. Doc Ock, I never got to do one with him.
He was dope. He was dope with the fucking rhymes, man.
Let's not disrespect that. He gets super busy. So I regret that we never got a chance to really work on a record. You know, I would say Sean, I got a lot of records with Sean. So I that. There's so many falling, man. It's so many falling. I would have loved to have Cap DJ I would love to have him DJ the mixtape for me, Big Cap. I would love to have the opportunity to rock with Nipsey. I would have loved to have the opportunity to rock with Big and Pac. That would be my feature. I would want Big and Pac on one record. I would have loved to hear that Boop and Pac project happen. Yeah, man. We could have gone on forever with that. Like,
yeah, we go out all day. Trust. I already know. I think I'd ask because you know what I'm saying. Like, we did lose a lot. We lost a lot of people, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying. So there is a lot of artists that could be mentioned. But you know, I figured like off the head.
Yeah.
Maybe there was something that pondering and something that you would want to see happen.
Feel like by the grace of God, I feel like I lived with most of my people in real time, so I didn't miss a lot of opportunities. You know what I mean? Like, and like with Ak, we didn't get to do a record together. We did a ton of other work together. With me and PH, we didn't get to do the record, but we did a ton of other work together. So I still feel fulfilled in the relationship. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, of course, of course. I mean that doesn't even need to be said. It's more so like as far as like as an MC is what I meant. Like more based on that. Like as like if you had a track that you was able to like just toss on artists you didn't get an opportunity to work with, who would you choose as your lineup?
The beautiful part is that I still have access to a lot of fallen verses. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Because of that and my connection with like MCMI, if I needed to do something with PH, I'm sure there's a verse that I could get access to if I needed to. You understand what I'm talking about? So I have great relationships with the people behind the people that I wished I could have worked with. I just that right record ain't called finish it unless I had this voice or that voice. So
yeah. Nah, of course. I mean, like I said, man, I wouldn't say you're the man behind the scenes for a lot of shit, but it's obvious.
What else we got? What's the next one?
So I was gonna ask you based off of what since you already dropped the fire ass joint, who do you want to see yourself working with in the future like that you haven't had an opportunity to yet?
By the grace of God, I'll be honest, majority of my bucket list I've tackled. I have Rakim and Fuji Rap left, so I'll lead with them.
Nice.
Outside of that, I'll be honest, I'm starting to think more towards non-hip hop individuals. You know what I mean? Like I went with the Chainsmokers, and Halsey. I want to do something with Imagine Dragons. You know, they're bananas. There's a couple. I ain't gonna lie. Justin Bieber dropped the joint. The hook was like, "My mama don't like you, and she don't like anyone." I thought that was mean. Just the wordplay on that, I'm like, yo, I would have loved to be on the remix for that. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that was just hard, disrespectful. I thought that was dope. You know what I mean? There's just so many people that, like, I would have loved to have a Stevie Wonder hook on something, you know.
Yo.
I'd have loved to do a collab with Luther and actually have Luther, you know, on the vocal. These are the things that cross my mind. But as far as rappers, most of the rappers that I've looked up to, by the grace of God, I've done records with.
What about producers or DJs?
I haven't done a premiere joint. That bothers me sometimes. I hope Primo watch it. That bothers me. Play the records. He showed love, but I ain't get that. Your hands, I got something for you yet. Pete Rock. I don't have a Pete Rock joint in my catalog at all. Finesse. I don't have one. Diamond D. Don't have one. None of the Digging in the Crates fellas, by the way. I don't have. But salute them because they all reached out and looked out when I was going through it. You know what I'm saying? So salute, you know, Digging in the Crates for the love. I want to do something. I would love to do something with Dre. I was lucky to have a joint. If you go on YouTube, one of my older records, was produced by Battle Cat. So I got to do that. Jazzy Faye, I would love to do something with him. Timbaland, of course. Pharrell, no question. But no, I don't want a Pharrell track. I want a Neptune's track.
Yeah, word. Yeah, word. I like how you said that, dog. Gotta have the Neptune's word.
Akers, Tone and Pope, Cool and Dre. They had, you know what I'm saying, Bink had heat. So, you know, but I mean, you know, I'm not complaining. I got Erickson, I got Rockwilder, I got Ty Fife. That's my introduction. So
Yeah, that shit is crazy, man. that shit is straight.
yeah, my backcourt.
Yeah.
And then that's not to count my lead. Those aren't my lead producers. That's when I got to play trump card. But when you got Lundercover, you got Percy Wells, you got Trax, you know, you got Tanner Spalding, you got yourself that has done records. You got Stan the Man. You got just so many people, Arsenal, that have been just showing super love. You know, Addicted to Productions, Cool FD, ending of my journey, that have just all to beats. My man Tim, who's over now he's with Beats. Kaio Itachi. You got all these cats that got catalog on me that we got. Endemic Emerald. Like, I'm not. Yeah.
Yes, damn. Yeah, you got plenty of catalogs, man. Like I said, you ain't no one hit nigga. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Then my brother Phantom of the Beat. I can't not do that. That's in house for sure.
No doubt. I will say this much, yo. Just to backpedal real quick with the singing. Yeah, I think it would be a pretty fucking crazy song to have you and Stevie Wonder
With a whole ribbon, it'd be fly. It'd be fly like
you know what I mean? Like I think that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit would be fucking crazy, man.
tunes are crazy. Like that whole energy, the life, the Lionel Richie, the Stevie Wonder, those tones. You know what I mean? The Gregory Hines, and people forget that his vocals were like those tones are what.
Exactly, yo. Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, I just had to throw that out there. That shit would be crazy, man. I think there'll be a whole lot of baby making with a Mike Handz, Stevie Wonder joint.
I might have to use Michael Handler for that.
Word, no doubt. I did want to throw you a little bit of a curveball. I don't know if you want to you know what I mean? If you want to pull through with it, but I'm pretty sure you'll be down for it. I was going to ask you if you'll be down to drop a freestyle set, yo.
Hold on, just a cue. I got to get ready to wrap up in a little bit because I do have to make a move. So just want to give you the heads up. I'm going to have to make a move. So, and the phone is going to die, so I charge it. But what's the curveball?
I was going to ask you if you want to drop a freestyle, man.
Probably not, but I could. You got a beat over there? Because I ain't got no beat.
Nah, no beat, man. I figure acapella. This way they can hear you more clearly.
I could do some old classics right now. Let me see. Murderous bars. I'm spitting out of murderous cars with murderous jaws of dro rolling murderous gauze. I murdered a bar. I do it up in Cheetahs and Mars. Them haters are scarred. We on now. They fucking with stars. Hold your head. Who you got to hold the kid, the pretty nigga from the block? You gotta know the red. Now load your lead. You sleeping, I'ma fold your bed. Try to front on my degree like you don't know the ped, the flows and bread. Go fuck with them hoes instead. Spending all day money. Y'all got frozen bread. I press your paws. Come through, test your jaws. It gets profuse when I let loose. You better stress the gauze. Stress the cause is written and you skip the clause. You wild out and tip them boys equipped for noise. My niggas ride.
Oh, damn, I hope your phone ain't died, man. I was getting all into the shit. Damn, yo. That's crazy, yo. He's dropping some fucking fire, too. Yeah, word, Freestyle Friday, man. I'm trying to bring this shit back, man. 106 and Park days. Damn. Yeah, yo, my apologies to everybody. Shit, man. Damn. Hopefully you can hop back in. We'll give him like a few seconds or whatnot, because, yo, he was fucking lighting it up and shit. Damn, I was waiting for that all night, too. I knew I should have threw it in earlier and shit. But definitely appreciate everybody tuning in and shit. We're going to give him a few seconds, see if he can swing back in and shit. Definitely make sure you check out his album, though. Golden Era Timeless and shit. It's on Spotify, you know what I'm saying, YouTube, whatever, everything like that. It's a solid project, straight up and down. But like I said, we're going to give him a few seconds, see if he can come back and shit. Peace and blessings. Make sure you follow him, too, Mike Handz. You know what I'm saying? This video will be up on YouTube later in this weekend and shit. Definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. Yeah, we doing this for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like every weekend, we chime, man. Like, you know what I mean? I appreciate all y'all. I appreciate all the love, man. Like, I appreciate y'all taking your time out of the weekend. You know what I mean? You could have been partying, could have been clubbing and shit, but you was chilling here with us. So, yo, we definitely appreciate that shit, straight up. Give him a few more seconds, though. Peace, Indigo. Shout out to everybody once again. Word. Make sure to follow him. Follow me for more interviews. I got like, I don't know, like 55 now saying that. I don't know. I get lost in this shit. But definitely follow everybody and shit. The YouTube, subscribe. I got all my interviews up there. Elder Sensei, Shaban Sadiq, Cortex, a whole bunch, man. We're doing this for the culture. Straight up. But damn, yeah. I guess his phone died, man. Damn. I was getting all into it. Anyways, once again, like I said, man, I appreciate all y'all. Make sure you follow me, subscribe to the YouTube, you know what I mean? Follow him. Be dropping the video and shit. Shout out to the sponsors once again, you know what I mean? Snow Goons, Creative Juices Music, Elite Sound International, Blaze 'em Up Radio, and yeah. All right, well, I guess I'll check y'all.